Thank you for watching. A state Supreme Court ruling earlier this month has upended Hawaii's state judiciary. That's how Honolulu prosecutor Steve Alm describes the fallout from the state versus Obrero case.
That decision nullifies the state's preliminary hearing process for the most serious crimes. KITV4's Jeremy Lee joins us now live with more on what Alm had to say. Jeremy.
Mika and Rick, according to Honolulu prosecuting attorney Steve Alm, the situation is grave as the regular procedures have been sent into disarray. Alm has been trying to get through to legislators, urging them to hold a special session to address the state's hundreds of felony cases that are now backlogged. He says some cases could be at risk for dismissal.
The clock is ticking on all these cases right now.
Prosecuting attorney Steve Alm is imploring the state legislature to act quickly to address the backlog of 160 cases in Honolulu County that now need a grand jury indictment to proceed.
Defense counsel are working as hard as they can to get the cases dismissed and let their clients out of jail.
That's exactly what prosecutors feared on the Big Island this week, that a technicality could affect two major high-profile felony cases. Michael Carvalho, who was charged after the body of a woman was found in a backyard in Puna, also kidnapping suspect Duncan Mahi, who faces 11 felony counts for the abduction of a 15-year-old teenager.
Each neighbor island has their own challenges with us. We understand Hawaii Island has 220 cases because they tend to go to preliminary hearing a lot.
Why has everything been upended, as Alm describes? For 40 years, there have been two avenues for prosecutors to charge felony cases.
Ever since 1982, you got preliminary hearing for serious charges, or you have grand jury for serious charges.
But the state Supreme Court threw a wrench in those procedures, now ruling that all felony cases require a grand jury indictment.
If we can't do that within the 180 days that Rule 48 calls, the defense is going to ask to dismiss the case. So we could have some people let out on the street.
What does Alm think should happen?
We would like the legislature to convene a special session as soon as possible so they can fix the law and overrule what I think was a mistake by the Supreme Court.
I reached out to members of the House and Senate Judiciary Committee and could not get an on-the-record response when I asked about the urgency of the matter. House Speaker Scott Saiki, however, did respond on record, saying that the legislature is asking the judiciary to address, quote, concerns by increasing and expediting grand jury proceedings. No specifics as to how, given the limited dates. Reporting live, Jeremy Lee, KITV4 Island News.